Alright, welcome back to Elite Dangerous. It has been a little while. We've been busy with Subnautica and had a little bit of a vacation time. We only have 1200 light years to go. Still gonna be a bunch of jumps though, because my jump range is really sucky on this ship. So we got 50 jumps to go. Ship name is not showing. Interesting. So the plan, excuse me, the plan is to get back to the bubble today. Looks like we're gonna make it. I want to have at least one of my pilots in the bubble when the update drops. I think this is the guy with all the money too, so maybe we can look at buying a chieftain or something at some point this coming week. The update drops on Tuesday. A bit of a shame I may not be streaming on Tuesday. And then got some dental work going on.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, there isn't anything worth my time here. So now we are going to just head off to the next one. Alright, so now the name is showing up. This is a Diamondback Explorer that I purchased out in Colonia. And they don't have They don't have all the greatest stuff out there, so the best I could get was a 5C jump drive, which really isn't all that great. I've made a couple of stops along the way to sort of try and upgrade some of the other stuff on here, without too much luck. I did get my auto field maintenance unit upgraded to a 4E, which was the best I could find. And my fuel scoop upgraded to a 4D. So at least I'm scooping as much fuel as I possibly can, even if it isn't awesome. Yeah, that just isn't... there wasn't much available out there. But it is kind of doesn't use a lot of fuel though on these jumps, so I can manage without any type of aggressive fuel scooping and just, you know, have it trickle in and then see what we can find for a better scoop situation once it comes up. Feels like I got a little something in my throat. Drink some water so we can get it fixed.
Fuel scooping.
So yeah, about 50 jumps. Should take about an hour or so, I think. A little over an hour. We're not really planning on doing a lot of scooping or anything, or a lot of exploring. See what we can find.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we're aiming for about an hour, so about 18:30 game time. We should be
4, 3,
we should be home. Alright, this could get a little hot. These two stars are really close to each other. And I sort of have to squeeze in between them.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
That's an Earth-like. We'll take it. There's a water world too, right next to it. They have been discovered before. We are getting close to the bubble, so I expect a lot of this stuff to be previously explored. Much more now than earlier, but even in my earlier session this morning, I ran into a lot of stuff that was previously explored. So definitely expect to see more of that. I forgot where I parked my Anaconda, so I don't know where we're gonna go to get that. But we'll figure it out. It's not really the most important thing right now. We're just gonna get home and we'll go hunting for my ships later on. We'll see if we can... that's a really long way away. What is this thing? Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. We'll go get it. One, 2, 3, 4. Water world. Shouldn't take us too long to get over there. And get it sorted. Hard to pass up the water worlds. They pay off really well, especially if they're terraforming candidates. This one is on the way. Our water world is just up 2 up. We are losing a lot of speed doing this, but all right. We'll get there. So yeah, I've taken a little bit of break from Elite Dangerous. Been focusing on Subnautica the last couple of weeks. I think we did Subnautica all of the previous week, or the week before last. This last week has been vacation week, and we've been doing renovations at the house, so been a little preoccupied with that. So that's why there's been no live streams. I've been hands and knees on the floor.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so more like 1840, I guess.
4, 3,
Game time. We'll be looking at arriving at home. It's a long trip to Colonia.
fuel scooping.
And it's a long trip back too, especially when you got relatively crappy jump range.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
So it's about what, 23,000 light years out there, and I have 23 light year jump range, so that's 1,000 jumps. You know, give or take a few. No engineers out there, so if you buy something, you can't get it engineered. So I left the hauler is been left out in Colonia. It's gonna remain there on permanent storage.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
So yeah, we'll fly in open today. We'll take a chance.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We will take a chance and see how it goes. I really don't anticipate running into anybody until the last
Fuel scooping.
100 light years or so. The last 5-6 jumps maybe. Even then, the chance of running into actual people is kind of slim.
Fuel scooping complete.
I still got that frog in my throat.
Frameshift drive charging.
They're only really checking out systems if there's anything of significant value in them. So water worlds and Earth-like planets,
What are you
ammonia
flying?
worlds is pretty much. Right now I'm flying a Diamondback Explorer. I bought it out in Colonia, and I'm flying it back to the bubble. So hence the rather poor jump range.
Frameshift drive charging.
But it has a little bit more stuff than the hauler had. I flew a hauler out to Colonia, and now I'm flying a Diamondback Explorer back.
3, 2,
We'll see what we have when I get home. I got several ships in storage, so I can switch to whatever I want. I have to check and see what the community goals are, because I need to do some bounty hunting, I think, just to get some something going with that trigger finger again.
disengage. Frameshift drive
Looked like a lot of
charging.
planets, but it wasn't. We got about 40 jumps to go, 44 jumps to go.
Four, three, two,
We'll see what we got for exploration data. It's been a while since I docked. Dock at Rohini, I think. It's a few thousand light years behind me. But I haven't done a lot of exploring, like actual scanning on the way. Other than pick up a few Earth-likes and water worlds and stuff.
fuel scoop disengaged.
A lot of money being left behind on those
Frameshift drive charging.
terraforming candidate planets. But it's just, I don't know, right now it's not worth my time to do it. Which, you know, it's 3 of those, it's 1,000,000 credits, so... It definitely should be worth it, but right now I just wanna get back home. I've been out here for so long. It's time to get into the bubble and get some action going. There's another water world. Also discovered. Considering how close we're getting. I'm not actually surprised that we are finding less and less undiscovered planets or systems. Just trying to see where we're gonna be coming in. All right.
So, more money for scanning each unexplored body? Just scanning the system is a base amount of credits?
How should I explain that? If you come in and just do a simple scan, like on the what we call a honk, then you get a few hundred credits. You'll get a few hundred credits per object discovered. If you go and do a detailed scan, like what I just did with this water world, then you're getting a higher, much higher payout for that. It varies between.
Surface scanner. Smiley face.
Yeah, there's no engineering available in Colonia, so I haven't done that. If you do a detailed surface scan on a planet, you're getting a much higher pay for that scan job. Water worlds are 300, 400, 500,000 credits, depending on size and variety and many factors. If it's not discovered by anyone prior, you're getting a 50% bonus. So that's why we're sort of, everybody's looking to find, be the first one to discover Earth-likes and ammonia worlds and water worlds, because they really pay out. And I have found a few brand new Earth-like planets on this trip. But yeah, it's definitely worth it to be first, and it's definitely worth it to have the detailed surface scanner.
I believe that an FSD injection doesn't stack with them cone boosts.
Well, I guess I don't know. I don't know how to put that. I guess once your drive is supercharged, it's supercharged. You can't supercharge what's already maxed out. I don't know. I'm sure there's some sort of logical reason why they done that. So yeah, 97 light years. That's about the longest we can go on this on a supercharge. So it's been a long trip. Looking forward to change of ship when I get back.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, so that simple scan gave me
100% FSD injection after a 200 Li boost. It did actually pull 215 Li. On DBX.
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think most of the stuff out here in this sector has been discovered. People have gone through this with a comb trying to get stuff. It's like 1,000 light years out of the bubble, so it's, you know, it's, close enough that you can go here and go back if you want to.
Fuel scooping.
So all that stuff that's, you know, 5,000 light years out from the bubble and 5,000 light years away from Colonia. That's where you're finding all the. That's where you're finding all the gold.
At the bubble, brother, you've been missing out.
Yeah, I know. I hear the Thargoids have arrived. I thought I had a federal assault ship parked somewhere. I don't know if I still have it. I don't know what's going on with those bases over there in Pleiades. My understanding is Thargoids have taken over some of the systems. And I'm gonna slow down and get a good scoop. Yeah, alright. It wasn't that great, but it was.
Yeah, with you being with EXO,
alright, class.
Looks like you're stuck here now since they're coming for EXO.
Oh well, we'll fight back. Hopefully we'll get some new gear soon. We can really do some damage. Alright, I'm just gonna hang out here for a second and get some
Last
fuel.
night while doing a planetary explorer mission, I found a crashed ship with lots of gold on it. I went back to my station and got cargo bays, but when I returned I cannot find the ship anymore. Did I do something wrong?
I think the stuff you may find like crashed ships and cargo and stuff like that is just stuff that randomly spawns, has a low spawn rate. So I don't know if that ship is always, I don't think the ship is always going to be there if it's just a random thing. But then again, planets are pretty big, so unless you noted the GPS coordinates for where it was and flew back to exactly the same place, you wouldn't easily find it.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I found crashed ships too, like way out in the middle of nowhere. Like really seriously far out. Thousands and thousands of light years from the bubble. Just driving around on some random moon and then crashed ship with some canisters of stuff. Didn't pick it up because I didn't want to deal with carrying the weight.
Fuel scooping.
Also got to be careful though, picking
Yes,
up some of that stuff.
I went back to the GPS location. Spent about 7 hours trying to find it but could not.
No, it's probably like a
Crazy.
random spawn.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking myself. Coordinates are very
Also
critical due to the dynamics of distance in real-life scenarios.
Yeah, it's probably just a random spawn. And also, picking stuff like that up, it will probably be listed as stolen if you pick it up. Which means you can run into trouble when you try to sell it or bring it into a station. So you gotta keep that in mind, that you probably shouldn't bring it into like a high security system or whatever, and just find a black market somewhere where you can sell it. But yeah, I've left stuff after finding ships because I mean even escape pods, because you know, when you're on an exploration trip, you're trying to be as lightweight as possible, and carrying extra life pods
Fuel scoop disengaged.
just slowing you down.
Frameshift drive charging.
And we're so close, I can almost see it.
I just got blown up at a station a moment ago. I found another crashed ship. There was a drone or something that attacked me when I got close to it. I shot it down to protect myself and became wanted.
Yeah, sometimes around crashed ships there will be a system authority.
Welcome to new viewers in the stream. If you enjoy the stream, please consider clicking like or subscribing. It would be most appreciated.
Yeah, sometimes around crashed ships, especially in inhabited systems, there will be a system authority ship patrolling it, and they don't like you getting close to it. So if you find one of those, you should just probably back off. Definitely if you kill it, then yeah, you would be wanted.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so let's see where we are. Ah, that's the wrong map. What the hey, man? Alright, so there's the bubble, so we're pretty close. Rohini is the last place I docked. It's about 7,000 light years out. And Colonia is all the way out here. Where is Colonia? Oh. Oh, okay, it's hidden behind the other one. Mobia, yeah. Colonia is out here. So it's 23,000 light years, I think.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we're at the tail end of it. In only 34 light years, 34 jumps to go.
I didn't mean any harm. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to pay off my bounty, so I stopped off at one station, but there was no way to pay. So I went to a bigger station. They granted me docking. Yeah, Lars, I've just been busy working on my vet. It's looking pretty healthy ATM. Lots of secondary effects, bro. Then once I entered the door, they opened fire on me and destroyed me.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's
Fuel scooping.
right. So if you're wanted, it will show up here on the transactions, and there may be timestamp on it.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
And if that is the case, then you should stay out of systems where you are wanted until that goes away. It could be minutes, it could be hours, it could be days. So there are some systems that are low security may have an interstellar agent, whatever it's called. I don't recall the exact wording. Where you may be able to pay off fines and
Updates changing that.
whatever.
LOL.
Yeah, with the update coming on Tuesday, there's going to be changes to crime and punishment. If you're wanted in any single Federation system, you're wanted in all Federation systems.
Frameshift drive charging.
So you got to be more careful about doing anything that will cause you to become wanted.
Good thing I was using a low-cost T6 instead of my higher-priced ship.
Yeah. It's rule number 1 is don't fly if you can't rebuy. So, but that will also change with the update.
So if I find a crashed ship, I shouldn't take the cargo?
Nah, I would leave it alone. Unless you're really strapped for cash. I mean, you gotta be seriously strapped for cash to want that. You can pick it up, and then if it, you know, if.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I mean, even 1 unit of gold isn't gonna get you that much money. And if it makes you wanted, then what's the point? Then you just ditch the cargo and the wanted. Well, you didn't become wanted for taking the cargo. You got wanted for shooting at that ship. I don't think they'll kill you for illicit cargo, but you don't really have any way of getting rid of it unless you find a black market. And you might get a fine for flying with it when you get scanned on entering a starbase. So if you get a fine, you've already lost the profit of whatever you were carrying anyways. So unless it's an escape pod, I wouldn't pick it up. There are so many other ways to make good money.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
That's a can of water, it's not a can of beer. Just saying. Nothing wrong if you want to have a can of beer, but it's a little bit early in the day for me for that.
Disengaged.
Thanks for the help. I am just trying to find ways of making the game more fun. Wish I had known that ship was a random spawn. It cost me 7 hours plus 3 today. I heard somebody say Bud Light.
Yeah, there's there's no Bud Light in this house. Thanks for the sub. I did see that there was a change in the sub counter, but no alarm happened. Which is really weird. Yeah, I think you'll find that a lot of people in the Elite Dangerous community is very helpful, so definitely if you have questions, just feel free to ask, and well, I'll try and answer what I can. If not, there's often somebody else in chat that can help out.
Frameshift drive charging.
I still have some ways to go on the Corvette.
What should I have done with it?
Retrieve data. This goes in your inventory. Unless you picked up an actual canister with data. Retrieve data from the other crashed ship. If it's a canister, it can be sold. There's a rescue agent, I believe, at most starports. It can be sold to the rescue agent for a small sum. I hope the rescue agent stuff is something that they're still working on. Oh look, it's another neutron star. Yeah, I think there's a contacts tab, I think, on the when you go to the menu on at a starport base station, whatever.
The only thing I've really messed with were the black boxes for illicit cargo. Payouts were okay kinda with them.
Yeah, black boxes, I think you can get some money for, and escape pods, whether they are whether they are damaged or good. They usually pay off the most. A lot of the other stuff is pretty useless. I hope they're gonna do more with that. That they actually they'll be able to ask you to do a mission to go and you know, do something with the stuff that you brought back to help find somebody who's lost or whatever. Even if it's just a crashed ship with a dead body in it. But, you know, the whole thing with a rescue agent is all based on, you know, trying to recover information about what happened to somebody who has died somewhere or who's missing or lost, whatever you want to call it.
Wish I could contact Frontier. I have some ideas that would make the game more interesting.
Fuel scooping.
Well, there is a forum. They are present there. Whether they hear your ideas and act on them is...
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, I don't know.
Charging.
We all have ideas, but
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't really know if they've taken a lot of input from people. They'll be at PAX East in Boston in beginning of April. I don't know what other gaming conventions they plan on being at this year, but that's the first one that's coming up. Now, and
Fuel scooping.
I'm gonna see if I can go this year. Never been to PAX before. I'm not really too interested in PAX though. I just want to go to the Frontier event.
There are many things going on around the bubble. You just need to go to Frontier forums and talk with other factions. It's actually quite busy. Too much going on ATM.
Yeah. I really wish I had a bigger fuel scoop here, man. Feels so wasteful sitting still here scooping fuel.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Lars, I'm joining Vale BTW.
Vale? Is that another player faction?
Welcome to new viewers in the stream. If you enjoy the stream, please consider clicking like or subscribing. It would be most appreciated. PvP.
Fuel scooping.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm not much for PvP.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh man, 24
Hence
jumps.
the bet.
Right. Yeah, just watch out for those wipers though, because they're gonna swarm around you like little hornets. I gotta do the grind to get the Corvette too. I don't want to do that next. I want to figure out where I park my Anaconda, and I want to go do some bounty hunting. I'm gonna light up the sky with some beam lasers.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
The only one I have left. I'm only at master. I need to get that up to the next one, I think, which is dangerous, I think.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But I don't even remember where I parked the darn thing, so I have to find it.
Fuel scooping.
Oh, there's no A or B stars around here.
Since so many players have a billion plus CR, how about being able to buy land on a planet, then build your starbase by acquiring materials by planetary missions and mining and dropping it off on your land? Yeah, I'm doing some magic on engineering. It can handle ATM 3 anacondas if PvE and 3 eagles etc. all same time. I fought a prismatic shielded cutter last night with amazing webs. He won, but I hung in there for 8/10 minutes.
Oh, that was too far away, huh?
Frameshift drive charging.
Was it an NPC? No, there's no cutters with prismatic shields that are NPCs. Yeah, no, I don't do PvP. I'm too old for that shit. I just I'll just shoot up the pretty harmless NPCs.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Haha, too old.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I'm not really a hot dog.
After your base is built, the owners would be responsible to keep their planetary commodities market full, as well as stocking ships for people to buy. The owner can set the prices.
Yeah, I think other people have brought up the base building thing, that you can build your own base and whatnot.
Fuel scooping.
I think the issue with some of that stuff is, as we can see from the damaged star bases down in the Pleiades sector, it takes a lot of materials to repair that. So for any single user to be able to bring in enough stuff to build even a small base that can handle like more than one ship at a time and doing much with it isn't really I don't know, it will take a lot of effort to do that. I would think, but if obviously if somebody wanted to do it, they could, but it would probably have to be fairly small. Sort of like the bases they have that you build for No Man's Sky and Subnautica, where you collect the materials to build certain modules. But again, they would probably need to give you space legs for that, so you can walk around and do stuff.
I have been on long trips where I really could use a base, but there were none anywhere near me. Base building would be great, just trying to find ways of making the game more fun. Yes, base legs. PPL are really demanding it, bro.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people want space legs. And I think even if they roll it out kind of slowly, you know, they give you like some limited ability to move around on a starbase or a space station.
Sadly, the game gets a bit repetitive. I agree with your reasoning about the amount of material needed.
Yeah, I think that if you consider the base to be more of a you know, my home, whatever, and not something as massive as the planetary bases that we already have, then, you know, maybe that will be feasible or more easily swallowed, that you can get the materials for that. So you can build something like what they have in Subnautica, where you collect certain amount of materials, whatever it is, and then you can build a module with that material, and then collect other materials to build other modules, and you build it all together so you can...
Lars, is Oculus or HTC Vive compatible with your current platform in regards to game progress?
I could probably run VR on this computer, but I would probably want slightly higher spec video cards for that. But the price is a little bit out of my league at this point. My current budget for computer upgrades is $0. So I'm not really looking at doing anything.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I'm not sure if you actually have to buy a special version of... I don't think you have to buy a special version of Elite Dangerous for the VR. It's all included, you just gotta launch the VR client rather than the regular one. But, I mean, it wouldn't work with the PS4. This is the PS4. And it doesn't, the PS4 version of Elite Dangerous does currently not have support for VR.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something in VR? You seen them space stations in VR? Talk about night and day.
Yeah. Pretty cool too. I watched other people play Subnautica in VR, and that's also
Inside them, I meant.
pretty scary stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to wait a little bit on the VR stuff. It's not really in my budget right now.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right, that was a good scoop.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive
We're almost back
charging.
to a full tank of fuel.
I know, man. Same here, lol.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But I would definitely want to get like a 1080 GTX, GTX 1080 Ti or something like that to do VR.
I think I'll shut down my Elite Dangerous, now that I know that the crashed ships and other awesome stuff you find planetary is basically just bait to get one in trouble. Fun factor has decreased.
Well, there are other stuff you can find to do. But yeah, it's not necessarily gonna get you in trouble. You just... Everything in Elite gets you in trouble.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
But there's so much stuff you can do here that doesn't necessarily end up being costly. But yeah, certainly depends on what your interests are. Exploring planets. Exploring planets is probably going to be a little more interesting later in the year when they come out with the second part of the planetary updates. And terrains are going to get a little bit more interesting. But still probably mostly empty.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Until they let us land on planets with atmosphere. They haven't said anything about that, so I don't think it's in
4, 3, 2.
I don't think it's in the schedule for release this year. And I don't know if they really said released everything that they may come out with. I think they've given us a few chunks of stuff that, you know, this is definitely in
Welcome
the
to new viewers in the
timeline.
stream. If you enjoy the stream, please consider clicking like or subscribing. It would be most appreciated.
Fuel scoop
There might
disengaged.
definitely be more stuff coming out than what they have
Frameshift drive charging.
said that was in the schedule for the year, but I don't know if they had space legs kind of planned. You'd think they would have said that. That is probably too big a piece to leave out.
Fuel scooping.
So if they were to say that it's you know, it's in our plans, it will be in the Q4 update, whatever, then, you know, that would keep interest up with people that are, you know, sitting around like all I want is space legs, and we'll keep them in the game until space legs comes.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I mean, I got enough to do in this game to keep me interested.
4, 3,
The crime and punishment will not directly affect me because I usually stay out of trouble and don't necessarily deal much with being wanted or hunted.
fuel scooping,
Indirectly, it will. Should I get killed, then somebody's gonna have to pay for my very, very expensive anaconda.
fuel scoop disengaged,
Same here. Just trying to figure out the magic build for the vet, and the process of doing it is enough for me.
frameshift drive charging,
The chieftain is interesting, as is the Type 10, which I haven't gotten yet. I
4, 3, 2,
just don't know if I'm really gonna be investing a lot of time and money in that, either of those. It depends on how much involved me and my player faction plans on getting with the Thargoid thing. Or other people, friends, whatever.
fuel scoop disengaged,
Both the Type 10 and the Chieftain is supposed to be mostly for Thargoid operations. So we have to see when the Chieftain comes out. I don't have the beta. I
gotta
haven't
run
looked
to
at
work,
it.
brother. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too, man.
3,
See you later. And the planetary updates, and it's gonna be just the improved visual of the planets looking better is gonna help. Keep interest up a little bit. It'll be a little bit more enjoyable, I guess, coming in for a landing on a planet, seeing that it's not just some sort of beige peach flying in space.
fuel scoop disengaged, frameshift drive charging,
Alright, we're in single digits. I'm a little bit
3, 2,
worried about this orange giant. I'm not sure if I've seen that before. Oh, it's not that big. I guess for an orange it's big. But we're 45 light seconds out. That's nothing.
fuel scooping,
Mostly see blue giants and red giants.
fuel scoop disengaged, frameshift drive charging,
Driving around for hours planetary and shooting rocks for minerals is not too fun anymore. LOL can't scavenge ships and losing all that gold. Ah, it was so much gold. LOL. Containers then.
Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, it is. You can, as I said, you can get it. You just have to be careful with where you take it. And but if it is guarded by, hold on. There's another dog walking by, so the dog is going crazy. You can certainly pick it up. The only problem with what happened for you was that there was a system authority vessel right there who did not want you to interfere with the crashed ship. So that's where the problem was. Many other ships, especially a little bit further out of the bubble, you won't find the system authority vessel because there are no authority in the system, and so you won't have that problem. Yeah, it would. It would be cool if you could collect the materials and use it for more than just engineering your ship. So if you could build like a home with, you know, like a simple landing pad, and a simple station, somewhere where you can store your stuff. Because one of the problems is for unlocking some of these engineers, you'll need to bring them like 25 tons of this, or 25 tons of the other thing, or 50 tons of whatever. And you can't just pick up a little bit here and a little bit there and then fly around with it for days on end. Because if you have that stuff, then people are gonna come after you. And it would be cool if you could build something somewhere and then fly there and drop your stuff off. And that's actually the first ship we've seen in a long time. Well, actually, no. It's we did see people at Rohini. Not people, but NPCs.
Fuel scooping.
All right, we are coming home.
The gold ship was unguarded. It was just sitting there. Then I scanned it, and container after container was gold. I was psyched. My luck, I had no cargo racks to hold any of it.
Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
No, I think those things are random spawns, and I think they're fairly rare too. I've only run into a couple of shipwrecks, but I haven't spent too much time driving around. But it is kind of fun when you do find stuff. Yeah, Anarchy Systems is your friend for that, because there's no authority.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, we got like 3 jumps to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Took a little bit longer, but not too much. We did alright with the system scannings and everything. Alright, Genetrix is the last
Fuel scooping.
stop before we're home. Don't really care about fueling up even.
Frameshift drive charging.
We got a little bit of damage after we crashed into a star, but we're alright.
4, 3, 2,
Then the gold ship was gone when I returned. I thought about getting engineers, but as I said, the fun factor just died today since all the goodies are booby-trapped and makes you wanted.
Well.
What updates are they talking about bringing to the game?
Gee, I don't remember the whole list. The update that comes out now has there's a new ship. There's updates to crime and punishment. So what happens if you get arrested or become a criminal will change. The fine structure will change. There's also the first part of the planetary visual upgrade. So they are rolling out new textures for some of the planets, so that the there will be more color variation and texture variation on planets. They'll look a little bit different. They won't all be that peachy color. There's a lot of stuff coming. I just really can't
Welcome to
recall all
new
of it
viewers
right
in the
now.
stream. If you enjoy the stream, please consider clicking like or subscribing. It would be most appreciated.
Another thing is wing missions. They're similar to other missions, except that the quantities that needs to be moved is higher. They only showed delivery missions. They didn't show anything else. But there are other types of wing missions too. But for the delivery missions, the amount that needs to be delivered is more than a single ship can do, usually. So you can have multiple people sign up for the same mission and bring goods to a certain place or whatever. And then everybody gets a piece of the pie once it's completed. This should also work for assassination and those what are they called? Massacre missions. So you can bring in a combat wing and go on massacre missions, and everybody on the mission will get a piece of the pie. We're home. Here's a Pixel Bandit's base. We haven't seen it for 4 weeks.
I tried the weekly mission of bringing goods to stations, but I got tired of griefers waiting for you. Once you frame shift into the system, they attack you and take your stuff.
Lakon, Lima, Mike Hotel. Please submit a landing request on approach,
Yeah.
Commander.
I know. That's gonna change with the crime and punishment though. You'll see less of that because it becomes very expensive for them to do that. That's also why I usually don't do that in open. I usually do that in a private group, so there won't be any griefers around. Alright, we're here.
Heavy traffic ahead, Commander.
We're gonna dock.
Access authorized. Proceed to Bay 4-3. Automated docking initiated.
I don't really know why the authority ships are doing that. They're coming zooming at you so fast. Like that guy. What the hell was that? Kind of lunacy. Alright, we're gonna sell off some data here.
But a T6 is no match for the fighters out there. They should update the ships to make them more able to protect themselves.
Confirmed contact.
Well, that's kind of your job though.
Commander.
To bring the ship that's most suited for the task. Alright, so we're gonna cap it at 10 mil. See what we got. 2 1/4. Look, there's a system for 603,000. That's probably an Earth like down there. Another 2 1/4. That's 5 mil. Okay, we're gonna count that as 8. All right, that's about 10 mil. I had a little bit more than I thought I did.
Thanks for the help.
Yeah, I mean, part of this is February 22. Hold on. Part of this is getting the ship that you need to do whatever job it is that you're looking to do. And if you're bringing cargo in a ship that doesn't have any decent shields or hull or weapons to defend itself, then you are likely to be a target. I mean, even me coming around in my heavily armed Anaconda, you know, if I go in with cargo for a community goal, they'll attack me as well. They may not be as successful. Right. I'm sorry. I was just looking for places to sell my stuff. They don't want me to dump it all here, so I'm gonna see if I can dump it somewhere else. The ship I'm looking for is not this station anyways. Okay. Where are you? There it is.
Did it say you were the first to discover some planets?
Yeah. There was only like 3 or 4, I guess, total. So not a whole lot this time. But I didn't really expect it to be many anyways.
Detachment complete. Exit the station quickly and safely.
Heck yeah. Great job.
So we got a few new Earth legs. I didn't see what they were.
Did you have to go to each one or just do a scan?
No, you have to go to each one. You have to scan each planet separately.
Frameshift drive charging.
So if you get the detailed
Station perimeter. Have a safe journey.
if you get the detailed surface scanner, you get the most money out of it. Without it, you'll get a small amount. But the detailed surface scanner, you get all the information about the planets and a good chunk of money. So I had what, 8, 10? Hello. What do we got here? We got McLean.
Fuse disengaged.
All right. I had 810, and now I have 819. So I sold about 10 millions worth. That wasn't bad math. So I still have some new first discoveries coming for sale. Sure. I have a second commander on the PC side. He's been out really far, done a lot of stuff. I expect him to have about 200 million credits worth of discovery data when he gets back. Should be enough to get him elite elite explorer status or rank.
I have been playing off and on for about a month and has about 14 million CR, nowhere near enough for the better ships, so it is me and the ASPX and my T6.
Yeah, the Asp Explorer is a very good ship. Gonna engineer it a little bit to get some better jump range on it. And you'll be able to do a lot of stuff in that thing. I've flown around in an Asp Explorer for a long time. I still have 1 or 2 storage. I think I have 2 explorers and 1 scout. I don't know why I kept the scout, but I have to figure out where my anaconda is. I need to go there.
Some stuff, or is it planetary missions? I am still new and trying to work out the things I am supposed to do. I also installed voice attack. Pretty cool.
Yeah, voice attack is pretty cool. I used that quite a bit on the PC side. It doesn't work on the PS4, of course, but really, that's what I did. Damn it.
Welcome to new viewers in the stream. If you enjoy the stream, please consider clicking like or subscribing. It would be most appreciated.
Engineers, yeah. Engineers doesn't really want a whole lot from you. Once you've learned about them, you usually have to bring them. You have to bring them something. Like this one, 200 units of gold. You don't have to bring them all at once. You can bring 10 at a time, whatever, however you want to do it. And after that, it's all a matter of having the inventory you need for whatever it is you want to do for engineering. Engineering is also going to change in the update coming next week. But it's going to be needing some materials for that. Alright, let's sell some more data.
$200 units of gold? I should have brought him to that crash site.
Well, 200 units. That's it. Yeah, it is a lot of gold. But I mean, you can buy it, you can mine it, you can do whatever you want. Should be some new discoveries there. That's a system there for 1,000,000 credits. There we go. New discoveries. Oh, that wasn't really awesome. That was 4.5. So this will
You can
be
mine
8
gold,
total.
planetary, or asteroids.
No, you have to mine it in the asteroid fields. Or in the rings. I think you can mine gold. I'm pretty sure you can. So that's almost 10. Alright. Yeah, that was like 9 million. Right, let's find out where my anaconda is. Actually, that's of course. There's no ships here. Alright, show ship markers. Oh, come on. There's an eagle. There it is. One jump.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Yeah, I don't really care if I'm speeding. There's nobody else here. Come on.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's a strange place to have parked my anaconda, but there we go. Yeah, so for the engineers, you just need to get whatever the requirements are. You have to figure out how to get in contact with them, and then whatever it will tell you what materials they or what kind of commodity they want for the unlock. It's usually a commodity or some type of data.
Fuel scooping.
That's close.
It is weird that I get a fine when someone crashes into me when leaving a station.
Yeah. If you're speeding, you'll get a fine, yes. So keep it under 100 and you won't get a problem.
One engineer wants meta alloy. Is that something I have to buy?
Yeah. Meta alloy is not so fun thing. It's only sold in one place, and that's down in the Pleiades sector. And it can only be... You can find it on planets, but you have to find a planet with a Thargoid crash ship. So... I think it's crash ships. Then you can pick it up for free. It's kind of expensive, but you only want. I think you only need to bring one, so it's not really a big problem. But either way, you had to fly down to the Pleiades sector to get it.
Hotel. This is Flight Operations Department. Please comply with established docking procedures, Commander.
I think I ended up just buying it because I didn't want to deal with everything else. So I flew down to the Maya system and landed at Darnielle's Hope or whatever it's called.
You are clear for automated approach, Commander.
And then just buy one unit and fly away. It's like 30,000 credits, I think, for one thing. All right. Let's get this thing on the ground so we can take the Anaconda out.
Toy Boy vs my T6. Heck yeah. Bring it LOL.
Yeah. No. You might want to use the Asp Explorer for that and just stay. Well, the Thargoids won't really attack you out of nowhere, usually. Alright, shipyard. Stored ships, storage options. Use this ship. There we go. And let's see, what else is coming in the update? You have choice of voice for the onboard computer. Which is pretty cool. Can't believe I didn't fix this up before I parked it. Limpets. Let's just carry a few just to have some fun.
Docking bay access is bi-directional. Please use the designated lanes when entering and exiting the station.
I had one interesting fight in my heavily armored T6. All I had was a laser and missiles. The guy was hitting me with everything. He even rammed me, but I managed to win with having only 1% hull left.
Yeah.
Ship released. Departure authorized.
Landing gear retracted.
Alright, this thing moves like a slug.
There we thank commanders for their cooperation.
Scan detected.
He left me a message saying LOL 1% he could not believe it. Neither could I LOL.
Yeah, no, it's great when you run into barely surviving. I think I landed one with like 10 seconds of air left. All right, mass lock.
Frameshaft drive charging.
Gonna go in here. We're gonna find a hash rest and we're
You have cleared the
gonna light it
no-fire
up.
zone. Flight control out.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry for taking so much of your time. I appreciate
Ah,
the
don't
help.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's good to have someone to have a conversation with. It makes things a little bit more interesting.
Fuel scoping.
All right.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
We want to see that. We want to see that. We want to see that, and that, and that, and that. We're gonna go straight for the Hazaras. Gonna be a little weird flying this thing now. It's so much. I mean, the maneuverability on this is really poor compared to what I've been flying for the last couple of weeks. But it does pack a punch, so it's that's good. Are we gonna go on the other side of this planet? Why not? I'm just ignoring everything else
Welcome to
going
new
around me
viewers
right
in
now.
the stream. If you enjoy the stream, please consider clicking like or subscribing. It would be most appreciated.
Alright, here we go. Straight into the ring. Yeah, if you go mining for stuff, you want to mine in these rings. You're just gonna find one that has whatever it is you're mining for. So there's three types. There's the ice, and there's rock, and there's high metal content. You just have to find, if you're looking for gold, you have to figure out which one it is. It's probably either rock or high metal content. Gives you the highest chance of finding it. Alright, here we go.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna drop
Copy
a
that.
fighter.
Engaging telepresence control for fighter. Link established. Awaiting instructions.
Engage at will.
Affirmative. Acquiring targets now.
Alright, let's find something to shoot at. How are we on fire groups? Looking good. reason why it's not firing? Yeah, because I don't have the fire grip, that's why. Okay. Federal agents.
Scan detected.
Wow. Federal agent. Why are there so many federal agents? Where's all the bad guys? Type 9, he's not gonna be a bad guy. Alright, we're gonna get in on this action over here. Gonna get his shields shoot up pretty good, pretty fast.
Target shields offline.
Yep.
Under attack.
Doesn't really matter too much.
Tango is down.
There's another guy right here that's also attacking. Alright. We want to give some cover to this Type 9.
Target shields offline.
There he
Got him.
goes.
Another one down.
Check what's up with this guy. So,
Target eliminated. Good job, Commander. No more threats.
pretty
in the sector.
optimistic going after a Type 9 in a Diamondback Explorer. That's unusual. Type 7 also usually not wanted. That's his escort. It's another escort. Okay, that's a little disappointing. Let's see if somebody else is spawning in here. Imperial Eagle. You know that's not gonna be somebody who's clean.
Scan detected.
He's wanted.
Under attack.
And the weapons placement on the Anaconda is a little bit inconvenient at times.
Tango is down. Don't see any
Tango
more
is
hostiles.
down.
That must be it, Commander.
Yeah, okay. That's an FDL with a bad name. And he's gone. Let's see if he came back. There he is.
Taking up defensive position now. Roger. Keep the target in your sights, Commander. We're going in.
Just waiting to get in range here so we can get that guy's attention. Oh, did we lose the T7? Something blew up.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
And put some bullets in him. That usually softens them up. %. He's gone.
Target eliminated.
There's nothing else here. We could go for his cargo if we feel like it. Don't really know what I will want though, so I'm not gonna waste time on that. We are going for more bandits. That's a mining laser. I think that's a different Type 7.
Prime direction, Commander.
There's a black spot right there. I don't know if that's another ship or wrecked parts. Does look like a ship, doesn't it? But it could be a wreck. Ah, it's a wreck. That's a mining laser. This is not really very hazardous at all, is it? Oh, ship scan.
Scan detected.
You spawned in right behind me. And you're wanted. And fast. Don't really care much for those guys with the ECM, but
Target shields offline.
we'll put some bullets in and he'll be gone. I love the little fighter guy. He's doing a good job.
Got him. Another one down.
There was another ship around here somewhere. We'll go check out Steve-O and see if he got some bad guys over here. Sorry about that.
I'm still here. Multitasking.
Yeah, I'm just... I'm just getting some bounties.
Incoming mission critical message.
I think it's pretty optimistic to be out here in a time of Explorer.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Ah, I hate chaff.
Tango is down.
Alright, that's half a mil. Collect salvage. 7 in the what use system. No, don't care. The little fighter guy is good at keeping
Target eliminated.
some of these guys busy.
Roger. Keep the target in your sights, Commander. I'm going in.
I'm gonna get this Python off that Type 7.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Target destroyed.
One down.
Scanning for more hostiles.
Under attack.
A little weird how the wings work here. I would have expected this guy to be hostile immediately.
Got him. Another one down.
Okay, I think that was it. Now we got another wing coming in. Imperial Clipper.
Under attack.
Yeah, don't really know if you're gonna be picking anything clean there, Mr. Kelly.
Target destroyed. Scanning for more hostiles.
It's like the last act of defiance. They just go in and crash into you.
Scan detected. Under attack.
Alright, this is gonna be a little trickier. Gunship usually have a little bit more fight in them.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
Not so much this one though. Wow, that one wiped out
Got
pretty
him.
quickly.
Another one down.
Scan detected.
Roger. Focusing my fire on
Imperial
primary
Clippers are
target.
usually bad guys. But you still can't shoot them until they're actually listed as wanted.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Gotta be careful too, because that Type 7 is around here somewhere.
Target
We'll fix that.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Target eliminated.
Alright, you almost got 1,000,000 credits.
Scan detected. Target shields offline.
Yeah, there goes the Asp Explorer.
Target destroyed. Scanning for more hostiles.
No, I don't see anything. Something happening over here.
Show me the target, Commander. I'll do the rest.
Yeah, as soon as I fire, they turn on the ECM.
Target shields offline.
Alright, let's get in there.
Scan detected.
That's annoying. Yeah, he's gone.
Target destroyed. Scanning for more hostiles.
I'm surprised there isn't. I can't find. We usually have certain places where they want to have things delivered to, but I'm not seeing anything right now. Doesn't mean it's not there, just means I'm not seeing it. Yesterday. All right. NLTT. All right, let's go there. This is a 2-jumper.
Keep it steady, Commander. Initiating automated retrieval.
Kinda weird.
Fighter is in the bay. We're ready to go, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
That was a little bit ambitious.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, we're gonna go in here and we're gonna sell off our bounties. Oh, that's pretty far away. That's a bummer. But there's like nothing in this system other than there's one planet. I should have seen that. Why is it so far away from that star? The red dwarf. Alright. Full speed ahead. I'm gonna have to check and see what our influence level is over here. It was listed as a high priority a couple of days ago, so it might still be sort of the same, but we'll take our stuff out there. And then what's stabilizer? Huh. Well, I can guess why we're here. Because this is so far away, I don't think it gets a lot of traffic. Not really that far away. 23,000 isn't that far, but you know, most of the other places are closer. Wow. I did not pay attention to the timer on that. There we go. Runken Station. Will deliver some bounties. Will increase the influence. Yeah, isn't it always that though?
Access granted. Please head directly for Bay 09er. You are approved for automated docking.
All right. Just dock here and do the bounties.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking complete. Commence power down. It's good to have you with us, Commander.
Let's see what the influence levels here are. It was 43. 48. Alright, we're selling them anyways. Oh, I didn't really want to go to outfitting anyways, but here we are. But I think I'm gonna call it there. It's been a couple of hours. We had a little bit of fun. Had a little bit of travel. So this is as good a place to stop as any other. I'll probably be back Monday, but not Tuesday. And then Wednesday again, probably finishing up Subnautica. Well, thanks Jason for hanging out. And have a continued good weekend.
Stay
right
awesome.
now, it is